Wow, 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 wow. My little cartoony voice there. Wow, 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 wow. I love it. The Lord showed me something else. I got to tell you a little history first of things before well, maybe I'll start with the point. This part, the end of the chapter. The vessels, the things in the house of the Lord. They shall be carried to Babylon, and there shall they be until the day that I visit them, saith the Lord. Then will I bring them up and restore them to this place. I never saw that promise before. So now let me give you a little quick history lesson of the reading for the not the Chronological Bible, for the Family Bible Time channel. A year ago, I was reading through Chronicles, 2nd Chronicles, getting near the end, and then I put out a little notion on YouTube and asked folks, if you'd like to hear a certain reading, a certain book, please request it. And I had a dear friend of mine who was just an acquaintance at the time, but now I consider a dear friend, for being, having fellowship with this person for just long enough here and seeing that they're a faithful friend, that I had they asked that I'd read Jeremiah 18, which actually I just posted on Facebook today, just before I read this. So, I don't know, not that matters, because you'll be seeing this some time from now. But anyway, okay, I'm getting off the track. So I read 2nd Chronicles, and then this friend said, can you read Jeremiah 18? I said, hey, look, I'll do you one better. I'll read the whole book of Jeremiah. So I did. I read through Jeremiah. But at the time, I thought, boy, I don't know. Would it be right for me to jump, from 2nd Chronicles to Jeremiah? And, well, when I got to the end of 2nd Chronicles, I see Jeremiah was mentioned 3 times in that last chapter. So I thought, well, I guess it is. So I went through and I read Jeremiah, and the Lord put a notion in my mind. The first time, where I thought, wow, all that stuff was taken away. All those artifacts from the temple, all those snuffers and bowls and cups and spoons and the laver and all those kind of things. I guess all those things that they were taken and stolen away into Babylon. And I thought, oh no, how terrible, how awful! Those things were all taken. They all mean something. They're all very significant to the Christ and his great sacrifice. Every one of those things. I don't know how, but I know that's what the deal is. I mean, it wasn't like God just said, put these bowls in there and this and that and the other candlesticks and other things and just for the sake of doing it. They all referred to Christ in some way. Okay, so then I went back after I was done with Jeremiah, and I read Ezra and Nehemiah, which come after Chronicles. And I didn't, that point, catch something else that occurred until I read it again out loud, which was some point this past fall in 2010, where I read the books in that same order. I read 2nd Chronicles, went to Jeremiah, came back to Ezra and Nehemiah. Then, of course, found out the part of the story where those things were returned. They were returned because somebody came upon them in the spoils of the king of Babylon, whoever was next. I don't know, was it Artaxerxes or what? But they said, hey, look, there's all this stuff here. You going to use it? I don't know how they said it, but it's like, nah, we got enough stuff. Go ahead and take it. Once again, I paraphrase, obviously. Read Ezra, Nehemiah, whichever one it's in. It's in one of those two, and they're both very short books. So, or hear them here on the Family Bible Time channel, and you'll hear it. And also a few thoughts videos. But, back to the point. I never saw this promise before, but I did today. It's in Jeremiah 28, once again, verse 22. They shall be carried to Babylon, and there shall they be until the day that I visit them, saith the Lord. Then will I bring them up and restore them to this place. Cool. Cool. Thank you, Lord.